Sleeping. All right. I I was going to make you a question, but given the fact that you are already sleeping, I can try my question.
Do it.
How's the day over there?
How is the day order today?
Yeah, no, the day over there. Is it sunny? The weather? It's still
Oh,
cold
um,
or hot? Take a look.
it's not sunny right now because at 6 a.m., but it's so cold for me.
And you, guys, can you imagine that 6 a.m. early in the morning, right? Yeah. Tita and Soreli, what's your time over there?
Sunny,
Sunny,
always.
sunny.
Yes.
For me, sunny and some cloudy because I think today is a sunny day.
Yeah. We're almost in summer, you know, that climate when we are arriving to December, November. Heavy
I'm
wine.
jealous.
Yeah. Well, guys, let me wait a minute. I'm going to share a slide presentation, which is intended to have an idea what. Okay, we go to this one. Good. Okay. Uh, for today, we are going to keep working on IELTS, but this time we are going to work on part one, right? IELTS part one. So, and we are going to make a review of the video. I'm going to, well, I want you to know, to remind you that this is the structure of the test. So we are going to abort part one. I guess you saw the video, and that's it. We are going to practice on part one. So please, who want to be the first volunteer to make a review, just to share their comments about the video? What was your impression?
Okay. I saw the video. This is the conversation. Evaluator ask question for the participant. Uh, they talk about familiar things and personal things, as if she likes movies, she as working or a student. Mm, some the video talk about develop conversation as a test.
Good. Soreli.
Yes, teacher. The video consists, it is an example of IELTS text speaking part. Start with a short personal introduction, and then answer personal questions easily and spontaneously. I remember that.
Good. Alejandra, your partners have said some part, but I'm sure you can compliment.
Yeah. One of things that I really like impressed or something is because she's of another country that is so difficult learn English because it's really different language. And one of things that she said is that she start to learning more when she start like see something like movies in English, something, and start like study more about the language. But I noted something, and is the accent is like it's so different, no? Because it's not her matter language, and that's like common in our life now because um we need to practice more that, and unless are like basic things. um she was talking about her family, like what she doing in her free time, and what she doing when she was like teenager, and yeah.
Good. It is always really a challenge to adjust our voice. I mean, we always want to sound like a native speaker. In fact, that's our reference. But sometimes, I mean, I got impressed when I listened to, let's say, foreign radio station, and you hear thousands of people talking in English. I mean, the accent is belong to their territory. I always put the topic over the table of what is it is like to listen an Argentinian or a Mexican and Spanish speaking in English. I mean that sounds weird, but we should. I mean, as the lady in the video, you can see that the accents sounds quite different. But the most important is that you can transmit ideas. You can communicate. There is an example, and it's also quite rare, of a guy that can sing in Spanish, and he can sing salsa. In fact, he's one of the uh, higher or the biggest representative voice in salsa in the global scenario. He's a Chinese. He doesn't even know what he is singing, but he can imitate the accent of the voice of this singer amazingly. So that's an idea that when you have the right accent, you can transmit. Never mind if you don't know what you're saying, but if you say, mean that transmit. So having said this, I think we are okay. Let's back to the agenda. That was kind of my open window, just a phrase to share with you. I want to ask you, is it clear everything about the video? The structure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. So this is what this part is intended to test or to score. Your ability to communicate your opinion and information on everyday topics and common experience or situation by answering a range of questions. Good. Well, so you are going to have. Let me find the timer over here. Let's see this one. By the fact, I recommend you to use this app. It's very useful. If you are thinking on teaching online, this site have a lot of resources that you can use. I didn't know about it, but it was like let's say this one. Good. Let's start with Tito.
Okay, teacher.
Well, just before starting, who remember how much or how long does it take first part? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes?
How long? Excuse me, repeat. How long?
Yeah. How long does it take IELTS first part?
No. No, I don't remember.
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. Tito, can you tell me your full name, please? Can you hear me, Tito?
Yes, teacher, yes. I'm
Okay.
here.
Can you please tell me your full name?
I sorry, teacher, sorry. I don't understand. It tell you about.
Your full name.
I am Tito. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell me where are you from?
I am from Bogota, Bogota, Colombia.
Good. Can you tell me your ID number?
My ID number is 792180218.
Can you please repeat the number?
779048218.
Good. Please, we are going to talk about yourself. Talk about what you do at your work. Are you a student? Do you work?
Okay, teacher. I am a student as English as a foreign language at the National Open University for some 4 5 years old. And I think this career because this is an opportunity to develop a pedagogic, didactic to teach English other people. But I think I don't have developed my career as a teacher in public schools or particular schools because my age is very high to work in this country. But all, all I now, it is important to my life, but someday there are opportunity to travel or around the world to now other countries. To this is an opportunity to now tourists because tourism is a big opportunity to develop our country. But there is important people in our country speak other language. Um, but some, I think people in Colombia now only Spanish. I don't understand other people in our city. But Bogota is a city with some place, beautiful place to know. But tourists, as a Montserrat museums, Square Bolivar Place, government buildings. There are a lot of place to the tourists have to know in our city.
Well,
Mm,
I see that you have made a life around learning English, but I wonder, why did you choose this career? I mean, share all what you have to decide or to keep in mind before uh, choosing this career. I mean, I guess you have other alternative, other proposal, but you decide this career. Why?
oh, I think I learn English all day, anywhere institute. The most important is speaking English, but the carton, the diploma, is very important for a person on these things. However, I study English at the university or the institute or myself, but I have to present a test, an international test, to evaluate my efficient to speak to the ability, the language ability. But that is important to obtain a degree at the university because I hard work in this career on learning this language because that is not easy to learn other languages. I understand there are a lot of problems, not only for me, all people have problems to learn this language because it is not our mother language. I don't know other cultures, but English is a language of business, travel, tourism. English is um, the main language. All people around the world talk about in English. Chinese, Japanese, England, Russian, everybody talk about in English around the world.
Good. Now I would not, I would like now to direct this question to something more closer to you. Let's talk about your weekends. What do you usually do on your weekends?
In my weekends, I share with my family because I have two children. And I like at home. And I all times remember me. I like cooking, and I cooking for my family every day. On weekends, I like the uh, what did you say, asado. Uh, I like roast meat. I like prepare some thoughts. Uh, um, and the most important is share with our family. I have uh, uh, my sons are old. Um, they have things to do on weekends, and it is important for my wife and me to share with them on weekends on some things, watch films on Netflix or TV, or other times before the pandemic problem, we go out to theaters. I like see movies or um, theater show. Um, Julio Mario Santo Domingo Theater, or sometimes in the Colon Theater. I like foreign music or presentation, other countries. I next to the Japanese culture, and I see presentation of these countries in China, um, India, Japan, uh, sometimes.
Um, can you say that if you were, I mean, living in a culture, in a distant culture, let's say you live in a Canadian country, uh, your weekends would be like quite different.
Oh, big difference because I don't know this culture. If I live in Canada, um, the call is very hard for me. But uh, where do you go to have to do to see say my parents on weekend is very important all work. um, I can see films on TV, watch movies, for example. I prepare some food, some foreign food, or I share with my family if my family is with me. But it is not a lot of change. But I see uh, the behavior of people of this culture, and I learn to do in this weekend.
Well, Tito, thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Let- Let's let's hear now Sorelli.
Yes, teacher.
Uh, Give me a second, please. Sorelli, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Good. Can you please tell me your full name?
Yes, teacher. My full name is Oreli.
All right. Now, can you tell me where do you come from?
I am from Girardot.
Good. Can you please tell me now your ID number?
Yes. My ID number is 1032437351.
351. Can you repeat the last three number, please?
Yes, 351.
Good. Uh, Tell me, what do you do at your work? Do you work? Do you study? What do you do?
Yes, I work. I work as a lottery seller in Pagatodo company. My work consists to sell lottery and receive pays.
Yes.
And attend the customers.
Good. Let's
I
talk
sell the
now.
lucky.
What do you do in your free time?
Okay, in my free time, I like to cook and I like to rest because I have a short time for rest. I love to spend time in my home or with my family, with my older sister. And I like travel too.
Good. Do you think you have a busy social life?
No, I would like to have a social life, but I think that my social life is in my work, talking with my customers and with my coworkers. But I don't have time to do other friends. Just in my work.
Yeah. Do you lead an active social life?
Excuse me, teacher.
Do you lead an active social life?
No, I don't think so. Social life, no. Actually, no.
Good. Has your life changed much in the last year?
Yes, a lot. Because the last year I could go out, visit restaurants, go to the cinema, go to dance. And this year I could not do these activities. First, by COVID, and second, about COVID, I have to work.
Do you
I
want
would
to?
like to change the extensive hours for work because for example, this last Sunday, I worked all day from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's very extensive for me. I would like to change that.
Good, good. Well, Sorelli, thank you. We are done with this first part of IELTS. Now it's the turn for Alejandra.
Yeah.
Alejandra, can you please tell me your full name?
Yes. Alejandra Bejarano González.
Good. Um, can you tell me where are you from?
Colombia.
Good. Can you tell me your ID number?
Yes. 1077876577.
Good. Let's talk about your work. Do you work or are you a student?
But my work, and in this moment I am in an intercultural exchange in USA, and I live with Native American family, and I am her babysitting.
Uh, where were you born?
In the house when I live.
Good. Do you consider this place your house, your home?
Mm, no, for completely, but in this moment I will say yes, but no, because I really love Colombia, and it's obviously my favorite country because it's my family there, friends, church, all. And but here, this family is so awesome, and I love the kids. So yes, but no.
Right. Uh, how important is your hometown to you?
Really important, because that really um house and my home in Colombia. So because that place is so awesome for me. I live I was living in Colombia in like I was living in Colombia in a little city. It's called Garzon. It's in the Huila department. But that city for me is so special, and I prefer that city all of other cities in Colombia. So yeah, it's really important for me.
Good, thank you. How many people live in your hometown?
Here in Colombia.
I guess in your there should be Colombia. I mean,
Colombia.
right now you have uh, default nationalities, but
Mm,
let's imagine we talk about Colombia.
okay. I don't know.
I repeat the question. How many people live in your hometown?
I don't know.
Um, but you don't have to be precise. I mean, just launch a number. Try to guess.
I don't have idea. Like I don't have idea, to be honest.
All right.
I don't have idea.
What is your hometown famous for?
Mm, I think for the food and for coffee too.
For the food, excuse me?
For the food
And
because and coffee.
all right,
Yeah.
let me continue. Uh, let's let's talk about your weekends. What do you usually do on weekends?
Depend the day, but usually I'm going to shopping on Saturdays or something. I'm going to hiking with friends, or I just stay at home, watch Netflix or something. I had singing classes on Saturdays, and on Sundays, usually I'm going at church um, all day until like 3 p.m. and I come back at home and just rest.
Most people don't like to be compared, but this time we are going to compare. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, do you enjoy your weekends now more than before? Or
Mm, um,
I mean, you go
I don't know.
shopping, you go hiking, but let's compare. Do you enjoy
Mm,
this more than before?
no, I think that I love more before than right now.
Good, good. Let's talk about films. What sort of film do you usually enjoy?
Mm, I think comedies and romantic comedies.
Well, we are almost done. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, guys, this part that comes now, like, is us sharing what it was like this experience. How do you feel with the time, with the question, how confidence? So you are free to give your impression. Oh,
I feel good.
yeah. I just want to say, I also want to add something because maybe I forgive it. So it needs to be said. Uh, Part one, let's remember, talk about familiar topic. It looks to inquire about what is familiar to you. So in general terms, this is the comfort zone because it's where you feel more confident about when talking, right? So is the time, is the part, is the moment where you are more talk active. It's the part where you acquire more points. And this can only be achieved by talking a lot. So I remember when I was taking this and I have some advisor, they told me in the first part, uh, talk a lot. I mean, do not let the examiner intervene. Do not let the examiner uh, make you question. Talk you the more, right? Uh, there is another version. There is another story that if you talk too much, then examiner is going to ask you a lot of questions. But of course, but the questions are going to be uh, related to what is familiar to you. So, I mean, when you're talking in the first part, talk a lot, talk a lot, be open. That's what I want to share. It is going to give you extra points. Because remember, IELTS is about testing your speaking skills. So part one gives you the opportunity to show those skills in your comfort zone. You feel confidence. Because as we move to part two, that's going to change. You are going to be talking about topics that are not in your proximal zone. So it's out of you. So you have to give opinion about things that maybe you don't know, and you have to use vocabulary that is not familiar to you. What is the opposite of part one, where it's totally about you. So you can use a lot of resources and show more confidence. I don't know, Tito, you want to add something about?
No, teacher. These exercises are very important for us because allow to to talk about and less afraid to speak, uh, improve our speaking skill, and produce ideas and produce stress. Um, uh, it is a training, but
Good.
this is very important.
I totally agree with you. Let's hear what Soreli have to say. Soreli.
Teacher, that's my problem because in my personal case, I don't have confidence to speak in English. I I know that I need to practice a lot, but this is good. This is a good strategy, and it's a good idea to practice in this space.
I give credit to the university for creating this controlled environment where we can practice. I mean, a high number of students sometimes uh, fail these encounters. They miss these moments, and this, as as I see this, is a good opportunity to commit mistakes. I mean, you can make mistakes at this moment, and nothing is going to happen. The only risk is that you can learn, you can see the mistakes and learn from the mistakes. But sometimes many students, not your case, want to see results, but they do not do the sacrifice. They do not do what it takes to go to a higher level. And these spaces are precisely designed for that. These spaces combine your interest, your motivation, your desire to speak, your desire to communicate, and adjust everything so you can transmit your ideas. And of course, you are going to get reaction. If you say something and I don't like what you say, I'm going to express my rejection. What you say, Alejandra?
Yeah, so I think that we need to practice a lot. So this is good for that because sometimes um, there are people that don't have the opportunity to talk in English all the time, and we're talking with um, Spanish speakers all the time. So I think that is good.
Many people practice by listening a lot, like me. Other people like to read a lot. Other people spend long hours listening to music and so on. But uh, the most I don't know, productive time is when you have the opportunity to use what you know interacting with somebody else. I mean, there is where when knowledge flourish the most. So that's why these spaces are so important. And of course, I want to congratulate each one of you because, of course, you are committed to your learning. You are not ashamed to talk. And that's the essential of this. So for coming class, we are I guess, I don't know, that depends, right? I guess we are going to talk about IELTS part 2, which is going to be quite different because as I said in advance, we are moving from what is familiar to what is unfamiliar. So in terms of lingual vocabulary and lexical construction is quite more difficult because it's easier to talk about personal stuff than talking about somebody else or something else. That's impersonalization. And there is codes and norms that we have to respect when we talk about somebody else. Talking about what? About past, talking about quotes, paraphrasing. Grammatically speaking, that demands more grammar skills. And this also is a good moment to say, allow us to establish connection between our need to communicate and the logic of the language. You see, we first talk about our personal topics, but then we move to out of us. Somehow we are resembling like the growing process of a child. You see, childs start learning and talk just about themselves. But as we grew, as childs grew, they start talking about things that are out of them. You see, they are maturing, they are growing. So they start being selfish and they start being more like cooperative. So we are resembling during this last part, we are resembling that process. We just did the first part. Now for the next important, we are going to move to the impersonalization. And many learning theories applies in this. So that's the other side of the coin that you must keep in mind. How learning takes place and how that part of that learning, I live that experience within my own process. So guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for attending. Thank you for your commitment. See you in the next opportunity.
Thank you, teacher.
Soreli,
Thank you.
Tito, Alejandra, until
Thank
next
you, teacher.
opportunity.
Thank
Have
you.
a
Goodbye.
good day. Bye,
The same.
Alejandra.
Bye.
Bye bye. Good day for you.
Good day.
Thanks.